This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Abam. We're continuing in Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. I'm sure you're aware, today's our last 24 hours of our campaign. So if anybody would like to be Mishtatef, and it's to benefit our Beis Medrash, Mechon Magid Rakia, charity.com/MMH. We're learning Hilchos Tefillin, Siman Lamed Ches, we're up to Sif Vav. B'Sisha B'Av, Chayovin B'Tefillin. On Tisha B'Av, you're Chayav in Tefillin. Even though we know that on Yom Rishon, you're not allowed to wear Tefillin, on Tisha B'Av, you're Chayav in Tefillin. V'ayin l'kaman Siman Tav Kuf Nun Hey. Says Mishna Berura, why? T'loi Chomer Tisha B'Av Mishar Yimei Avelos. Tisha B'Av is no less than other days of Avelos. What about reading the Parshas of Shema in the Tefillin Mincha time? No, it's Asar. You're not allowed to. Because you're not being Mekayim in the Mitzvah. It's Talmud Torah. Talmud Torah is Asar on Tisha B'Av. Talmud Torah is Asar on Tisha B'Av. Siv Zayin. Chasan v'shoshvinav. The Chasan and his merriers, his friends, Perush Re'av HaSmeichim Imai, his friends that rejoice with him, B'chol b'nei chuppah Peturim. All the close participants of the chuppah are pater. Why? Mishum d'shchiach shichrus v'kalas roish. They're pater from tefillin. Why? Because their drunkenness and lightheadedness is common. So you say, who wears tefillin then? It's, when they're getting married at 9 a.m., they used to wear tefillin all day. So at that time, you're pater. I guess. Or if somebody gets married in the morning. Says the Mishna Berura, v'chol b'nei chuppah v'davka b'makom ha'chuppah. That's in the location of the chuppah. The sham shchiach shichrus v'kalas rosh. Their drunkenness and kalas rosh is common. Peturin, b'tshuvas Ramah, Siman, Kuf Lamed Beis Kasav. In the tshuva of the Rama, Siman Kuf Lamed Beis, he writes, Deho'idna, nowadays, Sha'af hechasan chayiv b'kriyas shema utfila. Nowadays, even though the chasan is chayiv in kriyas shema and tefillah, k'may shekasav b'siman ayin, it used to be a chasan is pater from kriyas shema and tefillah. Nowadays, that even the chasan himself is chayiv, memel chayiv ma'chasan v'chol b'nei chuppah gam b'tefillah and ayin sham. So it used to be the Chassan was pater from Kriya Shema because he was very engaged in the mitzvah of marriage. But nowadays that we're mechayiv him, because anyway, how much kavanah do people have? So then, if the Chassan's chayiv, then certainly the merriers are chayiv. But look in the Magen Avram who questions this din of the Tshuvas Ramah. Mitzadei livsei kashulchan aruch. The Peturin mitfillin beis HaMishnah. And the Magen Avram is inclined to disagree with the Ramah, to uphold the halacha of the Shulchan Aruch, that they're pater from tefillin at the time of the chuppah. V'gam le'inyan tefillah, even regarding davening at Seif. Hamekel kedas Rashi, liftar be'es HaMishnah, lo hifsid im hachasad meisav etzlam. One who's lenient, like the opinion of Rashi, to pater at the time of the Mishnah, he doesn't lose out if the Chassan is with them. Does have a mitzvah, that's Rashi. So even Legabe Tefillah, one who's lenient like Rashi, here would be an afterminute. You're walking the Chassan out of the chuppah. Everyone's dancing. Oh, and all of a sudden, Mariv, okay Chassan, you go to the Yichud room by yourself. I can't miss Mariv. Probably shouldn't do that. And at that moment, you're pater. You'll catch a minion later. We daven with the minion. We're machmer down with the minion, but not to forsake the chat. At any point, in other words, let's say middle of the first dance, you want to make a minion. Maybe that's not the right time to do it. But anyway, he says. Rashi says that even legabe tefillah, one who's mekel. The Mishna Berura says one who's maker like the Shita of Rashi, loy hifsid. The Gra is masha not to be lenient legabe tefillah. Chumash shekasav beis Yosef and Reish Sam Veis v'ayin ba'olas tamid uveberkei Yosef shekasvu denespashet haminag kararama. The minhag has spread like the Rama shachasan v'chosiyasei koirin umenichin tefillin umespalilin miyam harishain ad yom hashvi. So it seems like the minhag is nespashet, not like this mechaber. Right, the Mechaber says, again, Chasan v'shosh v'inav, Peturin, but the Tshuvas Rama says that we're Machmir because the Chasan himself, we're Machmir, the Chasan himself davens and says Kriya Shema. So then Memela, the Chasan is Chayiv in Tefillin and all B'nai Chuppah are Chayiv in Tefillin. Okay, Sivches. Koisveis, Tefillin u'mezuzos. Those who write Tefillin and Mezuzahs, Haim, they v'sagareim, and they're the merchants v'sagare sagareim, and the merchants of the merchants v'chol oiskim lachas shamayim peturim me'anachas Tefillin kol hayom. They're exempt from until the whole day. Zulas b'shas kriya shema tefillah. Interesting, what a business. I mean, these tagarim are just tefillin salesmen. Wholesalers, retailers. So you have this whole tefillin industry. Or anyone involved in tefillin is pater from tefillin. Again, you have to wear tefillin in the morning. You're pater from wearing it all day. Why? It seems like they're oisek b'mitzvah. How are the merchants oisek b'mitzvah? They're providing people with cheftzei mitzvah. Cheftzei kedusha says Rama. Hagavim hayut tzrichem la'asos malachdan b'shas kriya shema tefillah. If they have to do their job during Shema, zman of Shema and tefillah, az p'tur mikriya shema tefillah tefillin. The chala oisek mitzvah pater mi mitzvah acheres. Anyone who's involved in one mitzvah is pater from another mitzvah. Im tzarich l'tzroyach achar acheres. If they need to be busy with the other one, im yachal asu shtein, if they could do both, ka'achas b'loi tarach, without unusual exertion, yasa shteim, you should do both. Says in Mishna Berura b'sagareim, af shemarvicha mizeh. So it comes out as somebody who sells a lulav and esrog, they're oisek b'mitzvah. Now, it would be better if they're oisek in the mitzvah of Talmud Torah. There are more important mitzvahs, but l'maisa, they're being oisek in a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah to provide people with cheftzei mitzvah. Even if they make money, here's the caveat. You know when it's considered being oisek b'mitzvah? When you provide people with cheftzei mitzvah? If your primary kavana is to provide people with cheftzei mitzvah, but if your primary kavana is to pay your tuition bill, sorry, there went the industry. Now it could be a sofer, his main kavana is l'shem shamai, is to provide people with cheftzei mitzvah, although it's hard to imagine that's why he's doing it.
Depends how good he is.
The better he is, the less likely he's doing it l'shem shamayim. By the way, what if somebody's oisek b'tzarchei rabim? The Bir Halacha says in Siman Ayin, Sivdalid, quoted by the Dirshu, that he quotes Rabbeinu Manoach, that in our generation, even someone who's not paid to be on the board, we assume they're not doing it l'shem shamayim. You hear this? That when it comes to writing Sifrei Torah, cheftzei mitzvah, then it depends if you get paid. But stam, you're an askin. No. Even if you don't get paid, we're assuming you're not doing l'shem shamayim lahalacha. It's halacha. We assume lahalacha you're not, meaning it could be you are doing it, but you're not going to say oisik mitzvah pater min mitzvah. But then he says the Ketz Mishnah is doiche, the words of Rabbeinu Manoach. Okay. We'll see that when we get to Siman Ayin. V'tagare tagareim hakoinim min hakoinim. What?
how's it ever actual name? He has to sell this minute during Tara's non Krishna? I mean, even if it's the same Shema.
I don't know, Chles, there are a lot of bar mitzvah boys coming up, and unless he, really works around the clock,
In your Sefer, it's a bunch of work and he has to work again.
Yeah, well, let's say, a whole bunch of people gave in their tefillin to be fixed, and he has to get it out, to everybody today, otherwise they won't have tefillin out. I don't know. Conjure up a case. The buyers, the retailers, the wholesalers. Now, if you need to do it during the Zman Kriya Shema, here he says a case. The buyer is going overseas. And the buyer's not going to wait until the Seif is Mekayim, whatever mitzvah came his way. Kagain hanachas tefillin or Kriya Shema, v'adin shar kol hamitzvahs. Alkein mutar lichtoi v'limkol hazeh. Therefore, you're allowed to write and sell. Afal pisha yidei zeh yavar zman hamitzvah. Even though through this the zman hamitzvah will pass. V'ayim bebir halacha. Okay, let's hold it over here, and Bez Hashem will pick it up tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bracha v'atzlacha.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.